Yo, welcome back to my first playthrough of Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown on Xbox One X. In this video we're going into chapter 16.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time.
Damn.
Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government.
Oh man, that'd be messed up if that happened in real life.
Relatively sane up to that point, had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Mission 16, Last Hope.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usea has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Boom. Operation Gorgon. Protect the Eurasian... I hate these protection missions, man. Fuck. I just want to fly and shoot motherfuckers. What we got? 271. Maybe buy some upgrades. We'll get that next, I guess. Need 285. I guess we can try the MiG. What I do is I equip everything and equip everything again after I bought new parts to make sure I'm getting the best parts. So we do half body, half arms. It's good to me.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster.
Fuck, I didn't realise there'd be so
It's a state of civil war.
so many of these
There's no guarantee the Osean
ground
will be
targets.
this confusion.
We'll image process
Why didn't that
unknowns
land?
caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The
process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
ID
it close first.
sources. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Oh shit! Press wrong button. They fucking start that from the start, can I?
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll in this process, the unknowns cotton your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Locked on, Bandit.
ID is a Russian military. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
How close do we need to get to that shit?
Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
So you were the ones on the radio.
Oh, it hit the ground a bit there.
Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
Gentlemen, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
ID is Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
Target destroyed.
Missed.
The General's vehicle is under attack. There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. There's Lamar! I'm hit! Get this guy off my back!
I don't even know where he is, mate. Fuck you. I should have used the A10.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, target destroyed.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
What is best for our country? Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
Target acquired.
Target locked.
You want us to wait and see if they're friendly?
Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Experimental squadron. Did you forget?
Is that not low enough to see what they were? It's frustrating.
Cease fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Fox 2.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Leo's 2 to Leo's squad. Friendly hello in front. I'm a patriot and my duty is calling. Nice work, Leo's 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us.
We've been told!
The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier. ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been
Can't see the
updated.
tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Your delusions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this? They actually believe that using robots will put an end to bloodshed.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
Pull up.
If we're not ruining our ideals, then what point is there in living? It's best that you leave this country.
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaBarge are the real patriots. Onward!
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
Meanwhile, good. All the footage that we've shot, with the communication networks come back online.
remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war. Missile inbound! Evade!
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
How's that not
Pull up.
seeing who it is?
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes a traitor, Lamar. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? Reverse in that vehicle!
They've been set up in all the right places.
Strider 1, missile launched.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us. There's a vehicle blocking the road.
One, target destroyed.
No response to Haves. It's the radicals.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Caution. Pull up.
Who the hell is this? Is it good or bad?
Throughout the war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Caution.
Target locked.
Entering cloud cover.
That was too close for comfort.
Caution. Pull up.
Turn right. No, wait. That goes into the ocean. I can't shake the enemies on my tail.
Stall warning. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution.
Missile away.
Target's been wiped out.
Maintain speed. Be able to break through that shutter. General, do you mind keeping it down for a minute? You'll bite your tongue. At least give us a side mirror.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Who's the damn pilot?
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous in Bruner Park. Captain Conran, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, all the work of some young Erusian officers.
Caution. Pull up.
They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. Even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Bruner Park. Rendezvous point is a helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take a helicopter from there.
Hostile lockout. Strider
Members of
1.
a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
Warning! Missile in the air!
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Pull up. Caution.
What a shot that was.
Try your spots. 3 strikes will find you. this guy off my back! Fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a test
Shit.
or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe?
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Has led to a power struggle within the Erusian military.
Oh shit.
Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Ridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Drone is acting suspiciously. Shoot it down.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it.
Fuck is he?
Missile.
Taking fire! Take care of them!
Missile.
Take out any in autonomous mode.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us.
Oh shit.
Landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
Missile.
The general is speaking with the commander.
Missile.
Squadron with the Ocean aircraft. General's orders.
Almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future and filter the high heavens.
Miss, target's still active.
How did that not lock on?
Fire, firing.
The general's vehicle is under attack. Our VIP is taking fire.
We're under attack! Hurry up and do something! We made it somehow. Try to get off your ass a little faster next time.
Caution. Missile.
Evade! Missile incoming!
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones.
Trying to concentrate as much as I can.
And then to assassinate Hull, putting blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusian is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You're talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that.
Trigger eliminated.
The drones aren't receiving my orders. Can we switch the UAVs to slave route?
Missile.
APC eliminated.
Whoa. Some dirty damage.
Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
Caution. Pull up.
Hostile has a lock.
Unidentified aircraft to the drones. Adios, buddy.
Shit.
Caution. Caution. Caution.
ID'd as Ocean forces.
How'd you last long, sir? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
ID'd as Erusian military.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Missile.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle. We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Missile.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
Missile.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Missile.
Gladly wait. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear of the others.
Understood.
Pull up.
Radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are needed to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusia News Network.
Where did that?
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck.
Is that it? Or we got to follow him and protect him some more?
Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
Don't know about that.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Oh shit.
Unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
Stall warning.
It could be Osean fighters.
Stall warning.
ID them ASAP.
Shit.
Trigger, ceasefire.
Oh, sorry.
Can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Strider 1, missile launched.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Target acquired.
Yeah, good
Missed.
work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are big. Wait, nothing is those Osean big shots, Jim.
Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Killing the fucking jets that were following that plane. I don't know, they shouldn't have come up as enemies then. I'll shoot anything.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. From one of the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alpha, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage!
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. Trigger, ID your targets before attacking.
Shit.
Missile.
That's all we can do.
Missile.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp. Uh-huh. Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Missile.
Wilco.
Welcome.
How dare you interfere?
Fucker.
Here to deal with that traitor.
Bandit destroyed. Well done. Don't miss.
Aim carefully. Strider 1, target acquired. Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping that.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could.
Missile.
Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Strider 1, Bandit Splash.
To build something else entirely. Can't abort the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing your phone station. Which unit is behind this?
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Headed this way. No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Oh, didn't mean to shoot that.
Missile. Missile.
Chaff and flares completed. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Lockdown bandit.
Missile.
Fuckers, we're with dodge techniques.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Damn it.
Missile.
The drive they need.
Missile.
Behind my target.
Missile. Missile.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? What do you mean?
Missile.
Stack struck.
Fucking, this is a proper battle, this. You're missing him.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile.
This little fuck.
Tugs acquired. 4 bandits left. 3 bandits to go.
Missile. Missile.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
Come on.
1 bandit to go.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Got ya.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
Hell yeah.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us.
That was pretty nuts, that. Boom.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Ooh, we got 500,000 MRP now. So that was mission 16. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed that shit. If not, see you in my next video.